Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome back to another entertaining episode of Adventures of the Broken Retired. You know, I've been gone a couple of days now. I think today's the third day. Today is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Been gone for a couple of days. I've been posting videos like crazy since I started doing this. I've been having the time of my life. I enjoy doing this. But here's the deal, okay? When I had my business, I struggled every day to make sure that I provided the best product that I could for my customers. That's my job, right? I have to provide, and I don't know what's wrong with my head where I have that thing in me that requires everything gets done to a fairly high minimum standard. It just I'm just driven that way. I'm not sure why. So now that my business is closed, I'm doing this. So now that that line of thought, that train of thought of provide the best product you can for your customers still is there, right? Only I don't have customers that are homeowners. I'm not out swinging a hammer, running a saw, and pushing a paintbrush around. By the way, I hate painting. I have always hated painting. I will always hate painting. I don't have to paint anymore. Painting is so, to me, my opinion, is just such deadhead. Roll the paint. I hate it. Anyway, that's not the point. The point of it is, I always had this thing in my head where I had to do the best I could do. Now that my business is closed, my customers are you. You viewers out there are the people that I have to work the best I can to provide a good product for. That noise might have just given something away. You hear that? I should have turned another thing off. I didn't do it. I need to turn this off. There we go. I keep forgetting to do that. Anyway, I have this thing where I have to provide the best product that I can. So there's a whole bunch of things with, the prospects of what could be done with a channel like this. The opportunity out there is just endless. I mean, really, YouTube in a lot of ways is still the Wild West. They have a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do, but if you don't live that way anyway, it doesn't really make any difference. You don't miss those things. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and cuss my brains out. I'm not gonna I'm gonna try to project a good, clean lifestyle because that's just standard procedure. Nor it's just when you project a lifestyle, that's what you do. Anyway, so I've been working real hard, and a couple of weeks ago I came up with a thought, and I carried through with that, and that turned out to be what Molly, my stepdaughter, refers to. She tells me people refer to it as the potato. I bought a piece of equipment that was cheap. I'm thinking, just get through for, a couple of months, make small improvements, and I see why they call them potatoes, because that was just useless. So I began a diligent search and came up with an editing program. And the editing, the ability to edit is incredibly important. Not because I want to take out when I sneeze, or I want to take out, rubbing my forehead or some kind of stuff, or take out some missed words. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to take away from the reality of it. I want to keep it real. I want to keep it just natural. I don't script it. I don't read anything. Nothing like that. I just run, right? But what I do want to be able to do is I want to be able to turn the camera around and shoot the other way while I'm talking. I do want to be able to take some pictures that I have and put them in line and do a voiceover to show pictures of some of the things that I've talked to you about on here, that we've talked about on here. I want to be able to, I got, those pictures of Barney and Ed. And I don't know how they keep sneaking in on me. Them guys can weasel their way into any conversation, and they don't even know they're doing it. But the other day, I was looking through my stuff, and I found two pictures. I found these two pictures that are just incredible of Barney and Ed, and they are the pictures of the day that I went to the dog pound to go get them. Not to go get them. I went to the dog pound for the very first time to go look. And Amy wanted a little dog, and I wanted a big dog. And I took a picture of Barney in his jail cell, and I sent it to Amy, and she melted like butter on the sidewalk, butter on a hot sidewalk, and said, you got to bring him home. And of course, you can't bring him home the same day. They have to go get checked out by vets, and there's stuff like that. So I didn't just say, I'll take that one and wrap him up. But that was the picture that I took, that I sent to her, that she made the decision to get him. And I found the picture of Ed that I took that same day when I turned around and looked at Ed and told Ed I would be back to get him. Ed was no paws on the ground for 2 weeks. I'm not sure exactly what that's about, other than in an effort to control the transfer of illness. They have a quarantine period with these dogs, and anyway, but you can see Ed looking up through his pen at the dog pound, looking at me. And when I took that picture, I was talking to him. I told him, I'll be back for you. I'm coming back for you. Don't worry about it. I'll be back for you. And I did. I went and got him. But anyway, so I have these pictures that I'd really like to put on here and then do a voiceover with it. I would also like to go sit by the river, watch the boats go by, and have general conversation with people. I'd like to be able to turn the camera off and turn the camera on, and then put those pieces of video together to make them into one video, so that I can take and show you around town. There's some stuff around here that's absolutely fantastic. The old state capitol is an incredible. They renovated it finally after a long time of it being empty. They renovated the old state capitol. It's beautiful, beautiful inside. They got a party coming up there. Amy and I usually go to it. I don't think we'll go this year, but Amy and I usually go to the Spirits at the old state capitol. That's a pretty good event. I don't know if we'll go this year or not. Broken retired, right? And the tickets are expensive, like $90 a piece for the tickets. I don't know if I can swing that this time. But either way, so what I did was I went out and got myself an editing program. Now, I might as well have been gold-plated when that puppy came in the mail, because I was so happy, right? And when I tell you that figuring out that program has been, I dedicated a week. I basically did nothing for a week except work on figuring that out. And I thought I had it figured out, and I didn't. I have gotten about halfway through being able to operate it. It is unbelievably difficult, and it's unbelievably difficult. My stepdaughter Molly has been helping me work on this, and she's frustrated with it as well. But first of all, it doesn't work on your PC. You can't use it on your PC. You can use it on your telephone, but you can't use it on your PC, which means I got to work with this little bitty screen, right? Well, all I ever do with a telephone is phone calls and directions, and a text. So that was a problem. Amy went digging through the house and found an iPad that, I don't know where she came up with this, but it looks like a fairly new iPad to me. So here, you can have this. Molly set it up so at least I have something bigger than the phone to work with, where that program will work on the iPad. That's what was ringing a minute ago because my phone was ringing, and that little noise you heard in the background was the iPad going off, telling me I had a phone call. Hang on. Sorry about that. Got to get to drink the water. Actually, I have a Diet Coke or a Diet Sam's Cola. Anyway, I have been working diligently on figuring out this editing program, and it has not been easy at all. I've come across a whole bunch of things of reasons why it's not easy. A, I'm an idiot. B, I'm not of the keyboard generation. I wasn't born with a silver keyboard in my hand. You know what I mean? These younger people, God, I hate that term, younger people. This keyboard generation was born and raised with it. They simply understand it. And I had to be told, Molly kind of looked over her shoulder at me and said, Don, anytime you get a new electronic device, you're going to have to pay a subscription for it. Well, that was news to me. She also told me the reason I couldn't find things was because different manufacturers, different producers of basically the same product call it different names. So if you have to move something from one iCloud to the other iCloud, you can't do that because they're not called iCloud. One's called iCloud, one's called something else, but they're both the same thing. So nobody told me that. You know what I mean? So I've been sitting here with my face stuck in that computer and on my phone and on this iPad. Molly got the iPad working for me. Works like a champ. But there's a train going by. Listen. Can you hear it? It's Barney and Ed. There's a train going by. Barney and Ed go crazy when the train goes by. I'm surprised it's not blowing his whistle. He usually blows the whistle. I think he does it just to get Barney and Ed mad. Anyway, I have been working diligently on trying to get this editing program going for you so that I can put together a decent product so that you can have a decent product to watch, so that you can enjoy it, so that you can interact. You have more information. You have more to interact about, more to interact with, something you'll be interested in, something we can talk about. And I'm working diligently on it. I have other things I have to do, which is another problem. I took a week off from the world to work on this thing and didn't. My plan was to be basically an expert on this puppy at the end of the week, and that ain't how it worked. So I'm out of time because I don't know how to work the editing program. So I'm going to get out of here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I'm working on it for you. I will do the best I can to produce the best product I can for you. In the meantime, sit tight. Elmer and I are still here. Please like, subscribe, share, and all that kind of good stuff. Get the notification bell and be watching, because hopefully real soon they're gonna the product I put out is gonna get a lot better. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sending in nice comments. Just thank you for being nice people. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.